Today we will discuss a LeetCode problem contains duplicate. We have given an integer array nums. It has some integer values. We have to return true or false. It depends. If we have a duplicate values in the array, then return true. If we do not have any duplicate values, that all the values are distinct, like in this example, all the values are unique, then return false. So whenever we found a duplicate, return true, else return false. Let's get started with the code. First, let's check the base case. If nums equals to null, there is nothing in the array, or nums dot length equals to 0, then we don't have any duplicate, so return false. So because we have to find, because we are returning false at the unique elements, right? So it is something related to unique and duplicate, so we can use a hash set, because hash set does not contain duplicate elements. When we try to put something into the hash set, then we can check, okay, so if the hash set has already that element, then we can return true if we want to. So here I will solve it with the hash set. Hash set, we have integers to store in the hash set, so integer set equals to new hash set. Now we are looping through each element for int I equals to 0, I less than nums.length I plus plus. Now if our set contains that element, if set dot contains that number, the nums at I, if set contains that number, then return true, that yes, I have that number and set already have that number, then return true, yes, it has a duplicate, right? Else, if it does not contain that number, then return, then we have to, okay, so if the number we are at, for example, the example we have 1 2 3 1, I'll take that example here, 1 2 3 and 1. So first we are at the number 1. So we are trying to add that number 1. So first we will check if set contains that nums at I. If set contains that number, first we have an empty set, right? So set does not contain that number. So this statement is false, and we are going into the else statement. Our set does not contain the number I. So what we are doing is we are putting it into the set. Set dot add this particular number, nums at I. So I have put that into I. Now I am on the loop continues, I equals to 1. For the 2, if set contains that nums, no, it does not. So we are running the else statement, then put it into the set. Same for the 3, put it into the set. Now when we found that 1, if set dot contains that nums I, if set dot contains that 1, yes, it has that 1, then return true. So here it will run this code. So if these conditions are not, if it doesn't satisfy these conditions, then it means we don't have a duplicate, we have all the unique elements, then we are returning false here. And let's run this code. Compiler, it should be nums. Finished, and let's try to submit it. Yes, it is submitted. So let's discuss the time and space complexity. So the time complexity will be big O of n, because we are looping through each element of the array. So its time complexity is O of n, and the space complexity will be big O of n as well, because yes, we are using the additional space. We are storing all the elements into the hash set. So the time complexity and space complexity are O of n. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.